Hello there, many thanks for still staying with us on TVC News at 1. It's now time to bring you the latest from the world of business. Now we'll start off with the federal government, which insisted to press forward with the planned implementation of a 5% hike on coal and data tariff. A statement from the Federal Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning says the tariff hike will go on in spite of the resistance from the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Professor Ali Pantami. Now, the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, made a disclosure at a stakeholders meeting organized by the Nigerian Communications Commission, noting henceforth that the 5% excise duty will be collected by telecom operators and payment made to the federal government on a monthly basis on or before the 21st of every month. And to another big issue, Seplat Energy in its latest move today says that it has not yet received any official notification from the federal government reversing its proposed acquisition of the entire share capital of Mobile Producing Nigeria Unlimited. In a statement issued by its chief financial officer, Emeka Onwuka, the company also says it is seeking clarification from relevant authorities regarding the claims that the President Muhammadu Buhari doubles as the Minister of Petroleum Resources had withdrawn his ministerial approval for the deal. Earlier on Wednesday, President Muhammadu Buhari reversed his authorization of the acquisition of the entire share capital of Mobile by Seplat Energy Offshore Limited. Now, the move puts the presidency on the side of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, which had earlier declined the $1.3 billion transaction. And away from that report as well now, the Federal Operations Unit Zone A of the Nigeria Customs Service has intercepted and handed over 3,851 kilograms of cannabis sativa seized by the command to the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. The illicit drug has a street value of more than 380 million naira, 8 million naira, I beg your pardon, and TVC News maritime correspondent Ifeanyi Eze has the details in this report.
NDLE
handing over the seized cannabis sativa to officials of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. The acting comptroller, Federal Operations Unit Zone A, Hussein Ejibunu, reveals that 2 suspects were arrested in connection with the illicit consignment.
Criminals, you cannot determine how and when criminals would try to come out with their dastardly act. But at our own, it is our complete resolve that whatever that is illicit and criminal, we will not allow it to fester in this country. We constantly warehouse this and we call them to come and take possession of it as the agency saddled with the responsibility.
Receiving the drugs and suspects, operatives of Lagos State Command of National Drug Law Enforcement Agency applauded the collaboration between both agencies, noting that the synergy is helping to frustrate illicit business activities and destroying smugglers' investments.
The next course of action is that we will conduct an investigation and we'll probably seek the cooperation of the customs to ensure those that made the arrest will come and avail us statements and we'll prosecute the suspects.
Ongoing collaborative efforts between security agencies in the country have led to large-scale seizures of contraband goods at the seaports, land borders and airports. Ifeanyi Eze, TVC News, Lagos.
Shifting focus now to the international front, Asian stocks were mixed and the yen fell today, capping off a back-and-forth week that saw investors split on how aggressively the Federal Reserve would raise interest rates to tackle inflation. MSCI's broadest index of Asia-Pacific shares outside Japan gained 0.1% and Australian shares were down as well, about 0.72%. Hong Kong Hang Seng Index rose 0.35%, but Chinese blue chip stocks also fell 0.1%. Japan's Nikkei was the major outlier, suggesting and surging about 2.43% to its highest level since January this year, as markets reopened following a national holiday. European stock futures gave little indication of major moves for today ahead, as you also see London's FTSE futures down 0.01%, with Britain set to report second quarter gross domestic product later in the day. while the Euro Stock 50 futures were down 0.03%. And now Australia's competition watchdog said today that Alphabet Incorporation Google unit was ordered by the country's federal court to pay 60 million Australian dollars, which is an equivalent of 42.7 million US dollars in penalties for misleading users on the collection of their personal location data. Now, the court found Google misled some customers about personal location data collected through their Android mobile devices between January 2017 and December 2020. Wrapping up business news now, oil prices on the international market inch higher today, with benchmark contracts headed for a weekly climb as recession fears ease, though an uncertain demand outlook capped gains. US West Texas Intermediate crude recorded a price dip of 0.13% to hit $94.22 per barrel. Brent crude now sells at $99.78 per barrel, registering an upward price margin of 0.18%. Bonnie Light's performance is still in the red territory, selling at $118.10 per barrel, with a price decline of 3.25%, and for the OPEC basket, crude oil dealers offer $101.30 per barrel.